even know Renegades had a Counter-Strike team till like the other day. Or Team Liquid. Or I knew Dignitas had one. Wonder Fox has one.
Do they?
Yes, they do.
All right.
They got crushed the other day.
I believe we are now live. So, what's up, guys? This is going to be game 2 of Bronze Boot Camp. I am Crazyphill, and with me again is Lanzolini.
What's going on?
Yeah, so for those of you yet again who don't know, this is Bronze Boot Camp, where bronze to silver level players now play the game, and higher elo players like us, we will watch your games and we will commentate, and hopefully we give you some pretty good advice, hopefully. Before we begin, we do have a few rules here that I would like to say. First rule is no target banning. You don't really target ban in solo queue unless you're trying to queue snipe, so don't do it here, please. It's not fair for somebody who might be a one-trick pony. Rule number 2 is no TeamSpeak. We do want this to be a solo queue environment, so make sure you stay off of the comms. If we do see you on there, you will get a warning or possibly even banned from battle arenas in the future. Rule number 3 is no flaming, please. If you do see flaming, make sure you send it to us, the casters, or to feedback at trainingsforcepodcast.com, and we will address it as soon as possible. And last but not least is to have fun, because, hey guys, this is a video game. Surprise, surprise.
What?
Yeah, shocking, I know.
I thought this was a spectator sport the whole time. Is this not tennis?
I wish. And just for you guys know, just due to time, and unless we get another person streaming, this will be our last game of tonight, so let's make it a good one for all you guys. Looking at bans here, of course, a lot of the major juggernauts are banned again. Still that conception that they're super strong, but I really don't think Garen or Darius really needs a permaban status now. Mordekaiser, possibly. I think he's still pretty strong in the ADC position, and now he can actually play in multiple roles ever since they changed his W.
Yeah, he can actually go back into a solo lane.
Game 2, baby.
I hate that dragon. I hate it.
Yeah. I think a lot of people didn't expect that to happen.
It should at least make you use your ult. Shit. Put on cooldown or something. You can still use it.
Yeah. Either way, it's pretty ridiculous. Looking back here, looks like Deadlock Gray is playing probably his favorite champ, Jinxie. I think he's known for being an ADC in this community, so hopefully he does just as well as he did last game.
You to watch out against the Graves, though. You might get your face shut off.
Oh, yeah.
Early levels. Bang, boom, pow. It's unexpected, the Graves damage. Because you walk into a bush, and then all of a sudden your health reaches 0. It's weird.
Yeah, when you think of ADCs, you don't think of them as like a burst C champion, but Graves definitely fits that role.
Yeah, it's the QR combo that really does it.
Uh-huh.
And it's hard to play from behind as Graves since you don't have the greatest range. And you don't have the greatest utility. If you're really good at landing your smoke screens and putting them in the right place, you could really screw over the enemy team, but all in all, he doesn't have that kind of utility like a Sivir where you can use your ult to help your team or something.
Uh-huh.
So you really have to do well in lane in order to make Graves really shine. And he should be able to.
Yeah, whoever's going to be supporting for Graves, I would really like to see like a tanky,
an aggressive
engage.
Support. Yeah.
Leona, Braum would be nice. Even Thresh.
Yeah.
Anything with a nice initiation. Ooh, Diana. Seen more of her recently. I think she's a really strong pick.
Oh yeah, she's really strong right now. She's good in the jungle and she's pretty good in the mid lane.
Yeah. Ever since the change of Nashor's too, if it's been, it really helped her out in the game.
Would you see a Thresh? Is that gonna be like Draven jungle?
I'm hoping J1 is trolling. If not, I think we're gonna have very little to say about
Yeah.
Draven jungle.
Yeah, my knowledge of Draven doesn't go that far in the 80 carry rule,
Yeah.
but it goes even less far in the jungle rule.
We're expected to know everything, but
If you tuned into the stream of the drunk stream, charity stream we had, I had to play teleporting Knight Draven, and I was terrible. I think I went 3-19. I was almost 420. I was so close. It was 3-19. That was ultimately my goal. I like rushed home guards and tried to teleport gank.
that's great. How much did you guys raise, by the way, there?
$1,331.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, we did a great job. Thanks to anyone. Shout out to anyone who participated in the stream.
Yeah, good job, community.
Yeah. I think it was Deadlock that donated a crap ton, I think. Which is awesome. Is Devour still bugged?
It's still
Is it
bugged.
disabled?
It's AFK for now,
Ugh.
which I'm perfectly fine with it. Honestly,
Yeah, I'm sick of getting like one-shotted by Shyvana or Master Yi or like any of the other champions. Like Vi with Devour is scary if she gets ahead.
well, it's not even that. Like, I just hate my junglers AFK farming while I get no map pressure, especially as a top lane main. I just hate it so much.
Well, some of it. Well, if you're a good jungler, you can still go Devour and pressure your lanes.
Yeah.
You're able to get those scuttle crabs because they're so important.
But people think it's like Feral Flare, where like I just have to AFK farm, and then I'm just
Yeah,
gonna carry
that's
the
not
game
the
from there.
case. No, you get stacks from not. You also get stacks from not just farming your jungle. So, I think that's what they wanted to do was make something that was like Feral Flare, Wriggle's Lantern, except it was.
I can get free LP by playing PvE instead of PvP. Oh boy, let's go.
Might as well go play WoW or something.
Yeah, but looks like teams are locked in here.
Yeah.
Looking at team comps really quick. Looks like purple team has a lot of engage, surprisingly. Which
Right.
is actually one of my favorite things, like when I'm looking for a team that has the highest chance to win when you're not looking at elo, is who has the most engages and most CC. Generally, like if you don't know anything, the team with the most CC and engage will win if you don't know anything about them.
Right. Well, the thing is, if I hate how it's called purple team, by the way, and not
Purple.
red team.
Yeah, that's really weird.
It's well, when League first came out, it was blue versus purple, and then they changed it at some point to be more consistent with like red versus blue because I guess red versus blue is more classic.
Uh-huh.
I mean, red versus blue is pretty much like team colors, right? Team 1 is red, team 2 is blue, usually in most video games. But anyway, I digress. Moving on to engages. Yeah, you can try engaging, but then you got a Kennen ult right in the middle of everybody, so you got to watch out for that. Kennen's gonna be pretty good against that, especially if she gets into that back line there against the Jinx. I don't expect Jinx to survive most of these engages with that Olaf running at her and a LeBlanc poofing in at her and a Graves ultimate and a Kennen ultimate.
Yep.
It's gonna be pretty scary for Jinx.
So going off
But
really quick.
do have the Lissandra ult though. Sorry, they do have the Lissandra ult to stump that. Hopefully, she'll be able to use that right time.
I was just about to say we might as well get into some lane matchups here and what we should expect each player should do. Going to the top, it is Lissandra versus Kennen. Honestly, this is a matchup you don't really see too often, but I would probably favor this in more of Kennen, just because he should go Doran's Blade, just poke him out with his passive W and then Q again. But depending on if Lissandra is a pretty good snowballer, so if she gets that one kill on Kennen, she can be pretty oppressive in lane. But both of them should be looking. Lissandra should be looking for ganks mid lane versus a LeBlanc, while Kennen should be looking for TP's bot lane with his Kennen ult and TP.
Yeah, for sure. The Lissandra ult very, very powerful. especially when you get that gap closer that goes pretty far against a squishy mobile champion like LeBlanc. Because if you use that ultimate, she ain't going nowhere.
Yep. Going to Lissandra into Diana. As we all know, LeBlanc is pretty oppressive in lane. And they did just increase her W speed by a little bit. So she does a little bit better in lane now.
Yeah. She does a lot of upfront burst damage at level 6 if she's able to. The thing about Diana is that if you miss the Q, it takes on a lot of damage because you're not able to use that ultimate a second time to burst somebody down.
Yep. So basically, what the Portagator wants to do is make sure to get the chains on Diana. If she can't, it's going to be pretty bad for her at once they hit level 6 and above.
Yeah, she wants to keep him at an arm's reach. She doesn't want to get within melee range, otherwise she's going to get just massacred.
As for Diana, don't be afraid to use her TP to go back to lane. There's a reason why you have TP, why old Dianas go TP in mid lane. Is because they expect you to lose your health to get CS because you're a melee champion. So, get Flask, survive the early laning phase, don't get harassed too much, and if you can survive till probably 7 or 8, you'll be good to go. Do you any tips for a jungle?
I think the Olaf kind of has the upper hand when it comes to fighting Rengar straight up.
Uh-huh.
The true damage and the constant, he's got a lot more DPS, I think. Well, if he's able to throw his axes at him for more of a range, so Rengar isn't able to get within that melee. I mean, the axe has got a really long range, and you can pick him up and keep throwing him, so that's a lot more DPS output, I think. So if he goes for some counter jungle, you should be able to get him down pretty earlier. But up until Olaf's ganks aren't too fantastic. I mean, if you hit the axe and you slow him, then it's really good. And no one on the other team is pretty mobile. It's going to be great for Olaf later because that ultimate's going to allow him to run through any CC anyone's going to try to throw at him. He's going to run right through those chompers. He's not going to get rooted. So, and they're all pretty mobile and pretty squishy, so it should be pretty good for Olaf in the later game. This is a good game for Olaf.
Yeah. Jungle priorities for ganking wise for you, Maverick. Mid lanes, Miles not even bother until Diana hits level 6. So early levels, you should probably be focusing up top until Dragon becomes more of a priority. Until Dragon becomes more priority. Then you can start focusing bottom when you hit 6, and then mid lane when Diana has a lot more pressure. As for you, J-Wennies, you can literally gank anywhere. So just look at, I would probably just start at your Krugs or wherever the bot lane is. And then from there, you can move your way up top. Lissandra generally is pretty easy if you see her waste her E. LeBlanc can snowball really hard. So just look at things and overextensions from there. Bot lane. Oh, wait. Okay. Never mind. I need to change overlays really quick. Hold on.
Sure. I think they added in the scene switcher that's built into OBS now instead of it being a plugin.
I've been meaning to do that, but I've just been too lazy.
It's set to a hotkey or something. Swap it right over.
There we go. This is much better.
The team has Team Foreskin, apparently. Immediate forfeit at 20.
Alright, let's get everything set up here.
We didn't talk about the bot lane matchup, but Graves against Blitzcrank isn't the worst. I mean, you pull a Graves, if he's got that passive stacked up and you pull him in, he's going to be still difficult to kill. And then Jinx might just get blown up. But it's going to matter if Thresh is able to land a hook on Jinx, it's going to be bad news bears. Have to be very careful. Both sides have to be a little bit careful. You shove Blitzcrank into the turret, you have to be wise of the hook bringing you right into turret range.
Yeah.
But in like season 1, that was our bread and butter. Like my friends and I would play basically every game with Blitzcrank and just pull people into our turret.
Oh yeah. But
And I
bot
would and I would play Olaf and reckless swing them to death with all the true damage. That was insane.
bot lane is going to be a battle of cooldowns though. Every time Thresh uses his hook and misses, Blitzcrank should be abusing that fact. Same with Jinx. But if Blitz uses his hook, vice versa.
Yeah.
Just don't be afraid to auto attack since Blitzcrank is literally useless after he misses his hook. Alright. Pice is good. Yeah, level 1 top lane, you just want to be pushing in as Kennen. Same with Lissandra. You want to make sure you get level 2 advantage. And naturally, Lissandra will be pushing with her Q. Versus a Kennen. It's pretty easy for him to freeze if he wants. Blitzcrank should be helping as well, pushing the lane.
Yeah, he's just kind of sitting in the bush.
Yeah, as soon as you hit level 2, they should have went for it right away.
I think this is going to be an execute right here for Rengar. Yep.
Oh shit. What happened? Or what?
Really, really low health after getting, looks like he started Krugs, then red buff, then went right for Raptors.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure if I'm not sure if he used his health pots or not. He must have. He was really low health. Can't take those Raptors, man. They scary. Especially when you're that low.
Oh yeah.
Unlike the red buff, it doesn't give you health back when you smite it. The top lane, it's kind of like the opposite for most lanes because you want to stay behind minions for a lot of skill shots since the minions will block it. But Lissandra's the opposite.
Yep. Ooh.
Nice hook. Oh, I need to react a little bit faster on that, Graves, to kind of punish that a little bit more.
But yeah, as you can see mid lane right now, since Diana didn't go Flask, she's is already out of mana, and basically the general rule of thumb, AFK, but as hopefully she reconnects. But general rule of thumb when you're mid lane is you want to take Dorn's Ring if it's not a hard matchup for you, and Flask if you think you're gonna get harassed a lot. That's why Caston always took Flask, is because he had a shitty laning phase.
Right.
Same with Diana. You don't have a laning phase at all. Your presence is subpar. Ooh.
Oh, for the early roam.
Yeah, I mean, forced to flash off of Pius.
Yeah. That's good. You shove him into turret and he goes somewhere else. Nice job by Portier. Well, I guess he was also taking advantage of the Diana disconnect. Which I guess translates to solo queue in some regards.
Yep.
Mid lane DC'd? Alright, go top lane. Kennen getting harassed up because of that. Lissandra Q through the wave. Well, they definitely know Rengar's down there.
So, J1 if you're looking for a gank, that's a really suboptimal place to be. Generally, you want to be at the far end right here. Yeah, he'll be fine.
Force a flash at Diana. I don't think that was necessary,
Yeah.
but
Zeke's would have been fine. J1's was getting really close to the turret, and LeBlanc is out of mana right now. But it's better to be safe than sorry, I suppose. But yeah, J1 needs to realize that Porridge can't do anything for this gank.
yeah, he's really far back. And out of mana, so. There's damage there, clearing out the wave. Sandra going all in on the Kennen right now. Oh, looks like he's gonna go for it. Yeah, he will.
First
Nice
blood.
read there. Oh, nice hook too. He's gonna go down from that. It's a nice hook, a nice gank coming in. Yeah, you gotta
Ooh.
be careful with that.
Yeah.
Not good with
The
the flash
cheese.
play.
No, the greed.
No. Oh
All
my
right.
god.
Assist. All right.
Oh, at least an execute. All right,
Yeah.
that's not too bad. That could have gone poorly if he ended up getting a double. That flash play was really greedy.
Oh,
Ooh,
so close.
that was really close.
Yeah, I think overall that was worth it for blue team there, since Graves did get executed.
Yeah, I'd say so. Only kill of the game for their team is on Blitzcrank right now.
Uh huh. And that's what a kill does. Like, even though he's a few CS behind, Graves has a BF stored compared to Jinx getting a pickaxe.
Yeah.
And generally, I'm not a big fan of going boots in lane, just because it doesn't give you any battle benefits.
And then combat stacks, yeah.
Plus, it just delays your major items. I don't know. Like, you could argue that you're using it just to dodge the thresh hook. But...
Yeah. I mean, I would say it's not the worst. If I have enough money for, like, if I can only go back and get pickaxe and something. Especially if I'm like, up against a lane like this, I'm able to run away from this kind of stuff.
Oh my goodness. I forgot to change the title of the broadcast. All right.
Happens.
Thank you,
I mean,
Doom
she might get away
Spikinator.
from that because of that. I mean, she had the extra movement speed. Doom's in here?
Yeah, he's watching.
What's up, Doom? Once again, we have to congratulate Doom on raising $1,331 for his charity.
Oh, yeah. Congrats to you guys. Sadly, I couldn't make it due to personal reasons, but yeah, good job.
But we had a fun time. It was great. Hopefully we get to do it soon. We got a nice room coming up for LeBlanc. Will he be able to take her out? He should be. LeBlanc a little bit, Kennen a little bit too low to go in on that, but...
Ooh.
Poor Judy able to take him out. Oh, but he's about to walk right into Diana. Should be able to get away, landed the chain. Oh, is she gonna chase the... Nope.
Alright, so one of the major things you can do as Blitzcrank, especially if you're not doing so hot a lane, is beat roaming. Like, if it's full on, you lose, just roam mid and help your Diana. Maybe even go top. I've seen tons of supports in high elo just go top and just ruin their day.
I do it on Bard all the time.
Oh, yeah. That's like the easiest way you can get somebody to tilt. It's just the support roaming mid or top.
Why is your Bard up here?
Exactly.
That's the danger of Diana. I get hit by that Q when you're low health. Especially when it hasn't gone back. Blanc's sitting on a lot of gold.
Alright. Get out of there, Angar.
Yeah. I don't know what he was
Oh.
going for underneath the turret there. But he did make a lot. 2 ults blown for nothing. Some sneaky plays there. But now he should be going down. Yeah.
It's one of those things where you have to realize your damage output, and you're nowhere even near close to 1v3ing as Rengar. And even if you were thinking in your head, hey, my bot lane's also going to be helping me here, they weren't in the position to be helping you. Maybe if Blitzcrank got a hook, but even then,
Yeah, especially underneath turret when there's a lot of CC coming from the Thresh and a lot of burst coming from the Graves.
you're doing a 1v2 at that point.
Yeah. Getting too close within melee range there with LeBlanc. Need to stay at that max range. Gives you more time to dodge out the Diana Q.
Top lane's pretty standard. Wouldn't be surprised if Pius is going for Zonius as for the team fighting. While Kennen, I do agree with getting Haunting Gases for more laning pressure. But he just has to be aware that he is delaying his Zonius, so he has to farm a little more.
Like with the already completed Morella and Amakan. Should help a lot with the CDR. Oh, Rengar's able to steal it, but he's got an angry Olaf on his hands.
Yeah, that was just being greedy. Just a lot of greedy plays come from Maverick, which we'll talk about later on in post-match. Like, in all honesty, the easiest way to be climbing out of the elo you're at right now is just playing safe and not being greedy for a kill or for a scuttle crab, for example. Like, I can honestly tell you, if everyone I knew just had 0 deaths or maybe 1 death, they would easily get to gold at least. You carry the game by not caring at all.
Yeah. Oh, that was a close hit. Just when he thought the boots weren't coming in clutch.
Oh.
That was a nice pull, but Olaf was still there. He's going to go back for the pull.
So, Dr. Fun, what you could have done is you should have realized that Deadlock wasn't going to be an easy kill. Instead, was auto-attack in the Blitzcrank. With enough of your summoner spells, and possibly even a couple abilities, you might have been able to kill him at that point. Because auto-attacking surprisingly does a lot of work, especially for support early levels.
Nice hook. That should be a kill. Like I said, you got to watch out for that turret range. Olaf should be able to 1v2 here.
Nice team.
He's going to go for it. Oh, I didn't have the mana. He's got to go down.
Yep. Nice map awareness from Pius there. 2 thumbs up by my end.
Yep. Okay, should be looking to shove in that turret. Need to see more teleports coming in from Kennen to go somewhere else on the map and create some more pressure. The Kennen ultimate is so strong.
Yeah, probably his best bet is just around mid lane, in all honesty. Like, with both of them combined, they should be able to have enough to nuke Zek, the Diana player.
I mean, blue team lost their turret in the bot lane, so it's going to be harder for them to get dragons, so they really need to prioritize the vision near the dragon pit.
Sorry, guys, for the yawning. I haven't had much sleep today.
Sleep is for the weak.
Yeah.
Nice kill on the Blitzcrank. Staying a little bit too long down there without a support. Or without your AD carry. You're the support. Duh. Mid lane turret should be going down. Diana's back at base. Not sure if she disconnected again or not. She's not moving.
I really hope not. Looking at items, things look pretty standard for everyone here. As we noticed again, not sure if you were watching last game, call me Kyle, but Keel, whatever you say it. Make sure you also get your sweeper once you up once you get your sight stone right away. There's no reason for you to get warding totem. Sweeper just gives you more advantages. You can deny wards.
I don't know what the Rengar ult's gonna give him. Oh, he misses the root. And the second root hits the clone. If that first root hit, it would have been a kill. And now he's in deep doo-doo. Has to flash the Olaf Q.
Nice flash. Yep.
It's getting a little bit too close to comfort there with LeBlanc, just within the range of Diana to really get some damage done.
They just all got really clumped up together, blue team, for having Blitzcrank use his ultimate on everyone, same with Diana.
Yeah.
Really want to be spread apart in those sort of team fights.
Yeah, there's a lot of AoE coming out.
I don't know what Blitzcrank is getting off of Warden's mail, but maybe Frozen Heart? That's what I'm hoping
Perhaps.
for. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be good against the Olaf and good against the Graves, but not too good. I mean, it's not a bad item.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good for support to get. I would like to see more of the Locket though, because they have that cannon ultimate that's going to start hitting everybody. Nice hook on a Jinx. She should be going down there.
No. Yeah, don't go in, Maverick.
Yeah. They have you outmanned.
Again.
Especially when you don't have a ward in that bush, you just never know if there's going to be a hook coming out. Now Kenny should be able to get this turret for that. Unless Sandra stops him. How much health does it have? Yeah, it's at half health. I don't think he's got it. But they should be able to get bot turret because blue team's kind of hurting on turrets right now. All their outers are down. They need to get some more objectives.
So right now, you don't need to be going damage, Rengar. You need to be prioritizing going tank Rengar now. You're 1-4, and the biggest threat is an Olaf at this point. I know that you want to get your Ghostblade, Yomus, but your team really needs a tank, and Diana has enough damage to carry this game. All you need is to be the tank sponge and to peel for them. Like, you'd be surprised how much you can carry just by being the tank and peeling for the correct carry if they know what they're doing.
Landing the right bolas.
Yep.
I mean, that's really what Rengar jungle has been used for. Not necessarily being the assassin that deletes people, but for the out of nowhere CC. Especially with the Diana on your team, make it easier for her to land that Q.
Uh-huh.
If you're able to survive through that, if you're able to land that bola, then it's really easy to pick people off.
So I'm noticing not a lot of ADCs are going Scrying Orb this game, or even the last game. And one of the reasons why only ADCs get Scrying Orb is because it really helps them figure out where people are going in bushes or in certain unwarded areas during team fights. And with that, you can auto-attack in areas you normally couldn't, versus other carries.
Yeah, someone walks in, if their team walks into it, but ooh, nice ultimate from LeBlanc, able to put down a lot of AoE damage, completely bursting them out. Jinx walking right into the death trap there.
Is that Mad Life?
Yeah, a lot of good hooks coming out for fun.
Yep.
I should just show up some waves here.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of objectives to take. Like, the most they can do is take some CS mid. Probably get some wards in the enemy
Maybe steal
jungle.
their red.
But they have already done that.
Yeah,
At this point, they
good
can
play
just
from the
start
blue
grouping
team.
up. Olaf is a monster right now. He can tank anything. And if J1Es realizes it, they can just easily force down mid and start making force some plays to happen. But I think we've been talking a little bit too much, or at least I have, about how blue team can win this game. Is there anything that red team can do to come back from this?
They have a lot of outer turrets down.
Uh-huh.
And they have the Rengar ultimate, so what they should be looking for is placing down that vision, clearing out the blue team's vision, and getting those picks with the Rengar. That should really be the point. Because they get a pick, then they can easily get Dragon off of that or something.
Yeah.
Because the Rengar ultimate with the root is so powerful. He's not meant to just one-shot people out of nowhere. He's meant to just come in and help somebody out of the gank, because it's really hard to play against something that you can't see.
Yeah, playing Assassin Rengar is really hard and takes a while to get used to. Like, unless you know the combos, which sadly I don't, so I can't really help you out on that. But I do know Diamond 1 Rengar main who does play Assassin Rengar, so...
Yeah, you have to have the proficiency with that, but
Yeah.
where you are at right now, your best use to use that bola to stun up somebody for your teammates to clean them up, especially with the Diana having so much burst damage and the Lissandra having so much ultimate there. I mean, you got a lot of damage on the LeBlanc, but you're just gonna die. She's got a lot of mobility to get around from that.
I mean, looking at win conditions, we can break it down for each position. Is that you guys are losing team fights right now, so you guys need to then start looking for picks or uneven team fights. How do you do that? Is through vision or denying vision. Right now you guys have a lot of sweepers, but not enough wards on the map yet in the area where you are. Actually, you have a lot of wards topside. Wow.
Quadra kill.
Yep.
Oh, baby. Where's the Penta?
As I
Alright,
said,
guys, just spawning.
team fights will not go your way anytime here soon. Olaf is a beast. Kennen is the greatest wombo combo follow-up.
Got a lot of AoE, and once they're stunned up, LeBlanc can just do double poof.
Yeah.
Double distortion, do a lot of AoE magic damage. It's gonna just clear you guys right down. That should be an easy dragon.
Yeah. Like, honestly, you guys actually have a lot of vision. I'm actually impressed by that for you guys, but...
Sure.
With you guys just need to follow up with the information that you guys do see.
Land the chain, save your teammate.
No.
Should have chained a little bit earlier. The poof back. I'm not sure if chain was on cooldown, but if you threw that out earlier, it could have saved Graves.
Yeah, so honestly, I would just have red team just to go top right now and look for a pick up there, since that's where all their vision is. Also, if you guys have any questions in chat as well, feel free to ask. We will answer them. Just because we're that nice. Looking at item builds. Ooh. I like the elixir pickup from Diana.
Yeah, you haven't been able to use it yet, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good for when you're fighting around an objective and you're able to really use it in the next team fight. Not so useful if you're just catching and picking somebody out, though. I mean, you're gonna kill them faster, but if you're getting a pick, then odds are they're gonna die. You don't need the extra elixir for that.
This is exactly where red team wants to be, just hovering their turret. Because mostly like lower yellow players are really scared of turret diving. And if they do it poorly. Oh, nice pick. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And Diana's going to come in here with the cleanup. Or not.
They should have just took what they had after somehow going almost even. Like, that was actually really nicely played by Diana, but then they kept on going after it and going for it. After your burst was already, all your cooldowns were off.
Exactly.
Like, you just had no follow-up after that. Like, you got a double kill there, but no follow-up, really.
Should be an easy inhib turret. Now the blue team, now that the mid lane turret's down, they should go for top. Yep, they're pinging it right now.
Yep.
Get some vision in that top side and go for it. Graves should be able to get it by himself.
At least get some vision up there at the very least.
They had a pretty big wave pushing up there.
Oh, it's Randu wins that Blitzcrank. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have preferred to see Frozen Heart out of those two choices.
Looks like they're trying to catch Ken in here. But Olaf is not happy about it.
Run! Yeah, I think he just wanted to give up his life. Never mind. Yeah, Call, you weren't getting anywhere away from Olaf, even with that flash. Again, one of those things you need to identify where no need to blow summoners when you're already dead.
LeBlanc's going to go down here. They're way too close to Lissandra. Need to stay at max range with that.
Oh.
Way too close.
Somehow they lived.
Right next to the inhibitor. Cannot be that close. Otherwise you are going to go down. Oh, the Jinx rocket. Ooh. Does not hit anyone, unfortunately.
Huh. Alright. Yep. Just need to, for red team right now, they really just need to upgrade their sweeping lenses and just look for places where they don't have wards and look for a pick from there. I know I keep on saying this. I say this a lot, but that's the best way to come back. And it's really hard to organize in a game where you don't have team speak or in a solo queue environment, but that's what pings are for, really.
Exactly. It's good rotation from the blue team. Noticing that they need to go top once the mid inhibitor's down. There's a lot of other things open on the map.
Yeah. But going back to ways that blue team can end this a lot faster is take this turret and probably start going to Baron Pit.
See, with Rengar, if you had more tank stats, you would have died immediately because you need to you got that root down, which pretty much secured the kill. But after that, nice rocket.
Yeah.
Go to toe with Graves. A little scary. I would have tried to kite him out with some rockets. That would have been the best chance. But that is an ace. And might be it should be the game here. Only Rengar's coming up in 2 seconds.
Yeah, just really got out of control with the Olaf just getting really out of hand from the ganks. But really good game from everyone. Uh, as I said before, after this game we will commentate on how each and every player can improve in this, which we do have a few comments. I think we can at least say one thing that you guys can improve on for one of you guys each. So stay tuned while I fix the overlays. Ba, 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 ba. There we go. All right. So looking back at wards really fast. Lysandra actually warded the most for the red team, which is really surprising.
Yeah, you want to have, especially as a blitzcrank, you need to be placing the wards in the 9 division to make those hooks and make those picks. So we're going to see a lot more wards coming out from the blitzcrank because you really need that vision in order to make those picks that we mentioned a lot to come back.
But overall, like, red team contributed a whole lot with wards, where blitzcrank fell behind at. Or else, could like to see a little bit more wards from top side, especially from a top laner. But that's just a minor gripe. Me myself,
A lot of wards coming from the Jinx.
Yeah.
Only 200 the support.
I don't like buying wards, but it's something that I need to improve on as well. But yeah. But yeah, from here, we will be talking about each player, starting out with Graves.
Pretty standard builds coming from the Graves. Static Shiv helps out with the burst from Graves, which is pretty nice. Auto rushing the Infinity Edge is always good. Upgrade Trinket is also good. I mean, with Graves, you don't exactly need to have that blue trinket since your auto attack range is so small. And you're all about that front end burst. I mean, blue trinket's still really useful, but I still like the yellow trinket.
Yeah, there's a few times where I saw you bot lane with Thresh where you could have had a potential kill. And I did actually like your ballsiness, but there was other few times where you could have went all in. But I wish I could have watched your games a little bit more. Yeah, I wish I could have watched bot lane a little bit more, but yeah, you just have to understand learning your damages, like Lanzo said. Team fight wise, you did well. I would probably like to see. Sorry, I'm trying to think of the word for it. Oh yeah, elixir. Right around the end when you know team fights are about to happen. Also, get a scrying orb as well. Super important for ADCs, but didn't really affect it that much for this game. Kennen, I think you already know your mistake for warding wise. You upgraded your trinket, but you didn't. You only placed 4 wards, so it's whatever. But
I think that was just a nod to the podcast.
Yeah. But
yeah, no, need more wards. More wards.
Totally.
Didn't respect the Lysandra though. That's for sure. I mean, she came out and ulted you a couple times up in lane. I was able to just solo kill you. Need to be able to respect the all in.
I was really concerned for a while for you just because I thought, just through with Diana, I thought Diana was going to carry this game. So, and with that, at least for me, I would have liked to see more roams, at least from mid, and use your TP bot side, which I didn't see too much of. But I do agree with going Hanti guys just for the laning pressure. If you're not planning on team fighting that much to get Zonius ASAP. But item-wise, it's all correct. Yeah, just make sure you're paying attention to the map more and communicate with your team.
And more wards. All right.
Totally.
Okay, so moving on to LeBlanc. Some kind of mispositioning. Need to be a little bit less within melee range because a couple times you went down just because you're too close to the enemy team, especially when you're against a Diana. And doing that, it's definitely going to make you Not alive. So you got to watch out for that. Just the positioning. Other than that, putting down a lot of damage. You went down a bunch because they had a lot of AoE coming out from Lissandra, the Blitzcrank ultimate, that Diana pull, Jinx rockets. So you got to make sure to keep your distance because a couple times you're able to go in there and do a bunch of damage, but die afterwards because you didn't have the positioning to poof back into a safe place. Wherever you poof from was always some place that could get you killed.
Yeah, I saw a lot
So
of team fights where you immediately died. I think it was more because Diana was focusing you, and same with Rengar. But still, if you know someone is focusing you, just stay in the back and wait for the other people to engage, like the Olaf, the Kennen, when there are some slows in CC in place, and then you go
right.
in for the kill. You want to play sort of like Katarina. You don't want to be the main initiation, but you do want to be the second or the third.
Yeah, you don't want it because if the other team is going to focus you, it means they have to save their abilities for you. And if you're not in the fight, that means they're not using their abilities on your teammates, and your teammates are fighting them actively and using their abilities. So they're just gonna get killed by your teammates. So they have no choice but to use their abilities on your tankier Olaf and your tankier Thresh or the Kennen or and stuff like that. Those guys don't go down as easily. So just wait it out a little bit longer, and then poof them, kill them, stick them in a stew.
Yep.
All right, Olaf, just a beast. Really good ganks coming in from that. Really knew his damage output, knew how to landed a lot of those axes in order to secure a lot of kills. So good job there. I don't really think I have too much else to say about Olaf. A lot of great play coming in there.
There was a few times, like, again, it's really hard to make minor things when you have a good game like that when it's a raffle stomp. But that being said, I would rather prefer you to get a sweeping lens.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Honestly, with a CC team and AP on their team, I'd rather get Merc Treads overall versus Ninja Tabby. So it's just minor things like that, and a few miscalculations on your axe. But again, you did a good job this game. Not a lot of minor gripes really. Thresh. I do see that you did go Talisman, which again, as I said, if you're not comfortable last hitting with Targans, Talisman is perfectly acceptable. Just keep in mind the benefits of that if you do need that shield to put on the carries, like let's say LeBlanc, whatnot. And one of the things you can practice on is putting AD reds, just so it would be easier just to last hit some cannon creeps, maybe some minion ones.
Also goes really well with your passive on your E to auto attack harass because I saw you auto attack harassing a lot in the bot lane, but it just wasn't doing that much. Switching to those AD reds could really help out that early game poke because Thresh does a lot of attack damage, like auto attack harass.
Yep.
If you're able to get that down, it can really help secure first blood. I also like going. I mean, when I played Thresh, I used to go with that. I have the AD reds, and if you hit level 2 first, you get that flay, then hook, ignite, and an auto attacker, and then you're probably dead.
But
So
yeah,
that's what I would say.
last but not least is make sure if you're ahead like that, and Graves was at the point where he could 1v2 the Blitzcrank and Jinx. Maybe go mid and help out LeBlanc a little bit more versus the Diana. But again, you won your lane. Maybe you could have used your lane pressure to affect other lanes. But again, you did well. On to Lissandra. I do know for a fact it's one of those lane matchups where whoever gets the advantage normally will keep the advantage top lane. So once shit hits the fan, it's hard to keep back up. But again, easiest ways to come back into the game is roaming mid, TPing bot. I'm just beating a dead horse at this point. I think you know by now. But yeah.
But did do really well in lane against the Kennen to come out and all in him. Didn't expect it.
Oh,
And had
yeah.
some really good ults in team fight to lock somebody down and do a lot of AoE damage to their team. Unfortunately, it doesn't really help when there's like a big monster Olaf that can just, run right through it and doesn't give a crap.
Uh-huh. It's like one of those things where you have the option of either A, trying to nuke down the Olaf, which I don't think was an option, or everyone ignore the Olaf and try to kill everyone else, which it's not the perfect position where you want to be, but that might have been your only option, really. So, really shitty, but, as far as items go, probably not go haunting, guys. I'd like to see maybe just going
Yeah.
for a void staff right away instead. Just because Olaf is, I think you would penetrate him more with void staff than a haunting guys and the upgraded Leandries. But yeah,
Yeah, I think it would have helped against it because they had to lock it on the other team too.
on
Would have
to
helped a lot.
Jinx, 666. You're the devil, but yeah, good job
Definitely
overall.
would have gotten blue trinket there.
Oh
Would
yeah,
have helped them.
definitely yeah. But pretty standard build. Can't gripe on that. I saw a few times for positioning where you were just out of place, and one of the best things you can do is just go into a custom game and just trying to CS with the max range because it's easy to last hit, or once you get used to last hitting, it's easy to do it, but then it gets a little bit harder trying to max range for everything, and it just comes with practice, really. Again, it's Olaf. Can't. It's really hard to orb block versus that. So
Yeah.
you tried your best. This is one of those games where it was unfortunate. The one person that could kill you got fed. Diana, I noticed that you were lagging a little bit there, so I wasn't sure if you were having internet issues or if you're lagging. But with that being said, I think you had the potential to carry this game, honestly. You did. You played well mid game. You made sure LeBlanc didn't get fed. But then after that, you didn't really do much with your advantage of your power spike over LeBlanc. You
We were
gotta,
3-1 at one point.
yeah.
Could have roamed bot or roamed top
Honestly, yeah.
somewhere.
When you have all the kills and you have the potential to carry, it's up to you to be leading the team for there and pinging objectives, what you need. And that just comes from experience. And honestly, I think maybe if you could have used your lead a little bit more to roam in the jungle and find picks like Olaf when he was still squishy, top lane Kennen, things like that, and then force the top lane turret, and then everyone starts grouping up from there. But yeah, good job overall, Olaf.
In
You,
Rengar?
oh yeah, sorry, Rengar. I noticed you kept on going full damage, which isn't a good thing. You, it's fine to be going damage early game. That's your plan. But if you get super far behind and have 11 deaths by the end of it all, you need some stats, some defensive stats. Like Spirit Visage would be nice. Uh, Even Titanic Hydra gives you damage and some health if you wanted that as well. There's just so many options that you could have been way more beneficial for the team. Even if you were this damage sponge for Olaf, this means that Jinx, Diana, and Lissandra had more chances to use their abilities to damage whatever they could.
I mean, I would like to see like a warrior enchantment or something to get that early damage, and then once you start falling behind, I mean, warrior enchantment's good enough for the early game damage.
Well, a
And
lot of
after that, a
Rangers
little
now
bit more
don't really
tanky.
go enchantment now, just
I
because
see a lot
it's a
that
big
do, and I
waste.
see a lot that
Yeah.
don't.
I think it just depends really, but yeah, overall, you also, if anything, you need to know when not to be greedy. A lot of times I saw you go for kills and you were 25% health and they were around 50 and you still went for it. I think that just comes with you not knowing your damage output and not knowing theirs. But as I said before, I think that's the reason why you're 11-3. So just play a little more safer. Realize maybe go for ganks when it's more to your advantage or when you're more full health.
Right.
Any tips for Blitzcrank here?
Uh, Definitely need more vision. That's what Blitzcrank really needs is the vision to take down the opponents and catch them out of position with the hook. It seems that the hook was always used defensively and never to make any picks.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to see a little more roams or something to kind of get the advantage back. If you have the vision, you're kind of able to do that freely. If the random wins by, it's good for you and you only, I think. But if Graves isn't auto attacking you, he's gonna be murdering your teammates. So I think having the aura of the Frozen Heart would have been a lot better, and having the upgraded talisman to help your team run away from the Olaf, I feel like that would have helped a lot more.
No, that's exactly it. Like,
And the Frozen Heart really goes well with Blitzcrank too, because it gives that CDR and the mana that goes well with your
yeah,
shield. So Frozen Heart's pretty much a much better buy than Randuin's Omen.
yeah. I totally agree with you, Kyle, but Keel, whatever. You didn't have a tank, and you needed to be that tank since Rengar refused to be one. But there are better options for being a support tank, really. Like there's Frozen Heart, like Lanzo said. There is Righteous Glory, which benefits your entire team. There's just more supporty tank items, I guess, is what we want from the support Blitzcrank. And I'm not sure what your guys' comms were, well, typing wise, but also just tell your anger as well. Hey, we need a tank, bro. We need you to be the meat shield of the party. But that being said, you tried your best being the tank, and we understand. But that will be it for us today here. Sorry, we won't be having a game 3, but things. It took a little while for us to get these games started up, so hopefully on Thursday when Battle Arena is, hopefully more people will sign up. Make sure if you do want to get first priority with us, you go to TrinityForceNetwork.com/BBC sign up, and you will get picked first over everyone else. And then after that, you can pick your roles like, hey, I want to play top at 9 o'clock. And then after that, we go to people who've never played before from there. But yeah, this is Crazyphill and Lanzo, and we are signing off.